by any means, get the money they need to finance their campaign so they can win the election. Because essentially, the candidate who is able to raise the most money is the one who wins the election. But lobbying, but really, it's campaign finance reform is the kind of the root of the problem, the root of lobbying. Because if our politicians didn't need so much money to run for office, then there wouldn't be necessarily a need for monetary lobbying, just information lobbying. Like, for example, like having having like an activist group that works for environmental awareness, them coming out with some information, some data to back up their grievances with them building a pipeline. Good case is the XL, what's it called? Yeah. Does anyone know I know it's XL something pipeline.
It's the thinnest pipeline ever, the highest.
No, they're trying to build a tar sands pipeline that runs from Canada, like what's it called? The sea up.
Tar sands.
But it's basically it's all the way from northern Canada down to the refineries in Texas. And the thing with this pipeline is that it runs right through a giant aquifer in central United States that supplies water for millions of people. It supplies fresh water for millions of people. And that is an obvious reason not to build a pipeline, because if, God forbid, if anything should ever happen, it would contaminate that aquifer and it would be rendered useless. I mean, the water would be poisoned and millions of people would be without fresh water, which would obviously be a problem. That, and also tar sands is really dirty. I mean, tar sands takes a lot of energy to extract the oil out of the sand because it's tar. It's not even necessarily like a little bit of oil and sand like all up in it. It's tar. So the tar needs to be separated from the sand, and then the tar needs to be broken down to extract the oil from the tar. So it's an extremely dirty process, an extremely energy-consuming process, and it won't decrease gas prices by any means. It will just increase the supply of oil. But it's a horribly environmentally detrimental process, and they're trying to build a pipeline, not intercontinental, but between the two countries. It's ridiculous, and to feel that it's necessary, when, if anything, we should be focused on clean energy and trying to break free of our dependence on oil. And I mean, it's still foreign oil. I mean, it's still coming from Canada.
They're trying to reinforce
it. What you're saying, the whole lobbying thing is that
they're lobbying to give these candidates money to vouch for the pipeline and agree to allow it to be built. But I mean, lobbying takes many forms. It takes many different special interests. There's many special interests involved in lobbying. But the main lobbying that's going on right now is, of course, oil and the war machine. All these defense contractors lobbying to kind of keep their businesses. Yeah, to keep their businesses going, because after the war ends, they're going to have nothing to produce for, right? So they're trying to keep the war going, and that's probably like a big part of how Obama has been handling the entire wars around the world. I mean, Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, kind of pseudo-Libya. I mean, he did, use a lot of our resources to help.
Well, we create a lot of conflicts. We go around and arm them. It's convenient for us. It's bad. Hey, nobody got oil.
Yeah, because yeah, exactly.
Back when Bush Sr. was in, he was arming the freaking world. And then that was his whole campaign slogan. It's still a dangerous world. Quit giving them guns. They just had rocks before.
So yeah, lobbying sucks.
Oh, okay. How do you feel about why the government's work in a way that when you vote as a representative, they listen to the constituents, not to millions of dollars and corporations. It seems to me like people do get paid large, substantial amounts of cash and not listen to us. And I guess the biggest thing I like to change is to have candidates political party members actually listen to their constituents and not in a rhetoric sort of, let me get my, I'll kiss your baby, shake your hand kind of way, and actually listen to the concerns of the people. If the real issue is not, stop being lied to. I mean, everyone here is rather intelligent. I believe most people that can vote and are working are intelligent. We shouldn't lie to people. We're not idiots. We know what's going on. And the people here who are out here see it, and everyone else that isn't out here, they see it, but it's sort of, when you're talked down to for so long, it almost feels that, what is it that I can do? If we aren't out here, that's just going to continue on and it's going to get worse.
And then, talk a little about staying out here. I know the first few weeks you guys been here, the weather's pretty nice for the most part, but now it kind of sucks out here. Talk about staying out here in the nasty weather.
I know the second or third night, I mean, it's always been cold at night. I've been cold every night. I get colder than usual. I have a couple of pairs of pants on right now, two hoodies on, and the nice weather days were nice. I guess it's more of a, you made a commitment for, it's their own personal thing. No one's bound by anything. Everyone's here for their own different reasons. But getting through the night and staying dry and, staying warm speaks to the larger fact that there are so many people in the world without lodging, without shelter, without warm food. And not just in America, but, most of the world doesn't have all the luxuries that we have in this country. And you sort of notice how much privilege you have in this society when spending 13 days outside is seen as outrageous proposal, because the world goes on and the weather happens rather if you're inside or not. So I feel it's important to show that even though I can't myself actively pull a lever or push a button to change the system, maybe through showing that we all show that there is an issue that eventually will all change.
Thanks so much. Thanks for your time.